crazy. Why isn't this working?
Facebook.
Oh, should be good. We got it on Facebook. We got it on. We're doing the waiting game. A little bit longer delay today.
And we're
back. Boom.
Back for the first time of 2014.
Welcome back for the first time, 2014. All our Flippin' Mentals viewers out there. We are a lot of things we don't always acknowledge on the show, but we are wearing matching shirts.
We are. And they're purple.
So I do want to acknowledge that. Sorry, Mentals, I'm doing that. I'm going to go to there. Are they purple? They're like that dark navy. That navy.
I don't think they deserve the word blue. There's not enough. There's a lot of red in it.
It's a great color. So this week's sponsor, we would like to thank
Field Trip
Beef Jerky. We might even have some later in the show, but we're gonna start it off with the usual Camp Monroe style, ghetto style soup. How have you been? I'm glad we did this at the beginning, but I wanted to give you a hug. I feel I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you since last year. It's a clown joke. Clown joke, bro.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. I'm making a mess here.
How was your how was your winter break?
I saw vacation? You. We published 11.5.
we did a half episode. And in betweener, we did a little tweener.
And then I went to Jamaica. Jamaica was good. It's a good time out there. If you haven't been, you should go. Did I put cold water in here? No, it's hot.
It's hot. It's just been sitting.
But yeah, Jamaica's a good time. They got great jerk chicken out there. If you're a fan of jerk chicken, it's really good.
Where'd you stay? Where were you in Jamaica?
The Bahia Principe.
That sounds nice. Where, what,
I actually stayed
is that in the grill, Montego Bay? Where is that?
Actually less than a mile away from the guy's Spitzer.
Where was that?
Runaway Bay.
Because there was that thing on the internet. He was down there with his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was topless, sucking his toes. Some little boy found him.
Yeah, shout out to Miami Feet.
I knew you were going to say that. I just laid that up.
I've been doing most of the work for it, so I might change the name to Miami Foot. Because Jake, I don't know where he's been. He's been too busy studying. And
he's not holding up his end of the bargain?
I mean, he's a busy guy. You know, he's studying for school.
Well, you pick the team. All he does is hold the computer, right?
Pretty much. Nah, just kidding. He does his thing. But that would, if he wasn't available, I would change the name to Miami Foot. So yeah, it was great. Really good food.
It's great.
Just a great time.
Do they even have beef patties down there?
They do. Really good beef patties, ginger beer, Jamaican rape.
Jamaican rape, right?
They got all that good stuff. So it was good.
That's great. Did you just sat out on the beach?
Just ate chicken. Whole time.
Thing to do in Jamaica.
I got really constipated. Have you ever gotten constipated to the point where you haven't shit in 3 days?
Yes.
That was the first time it happened to me, and it was horrible. I was fatter.
That's my world.
My neck was fatter, and I didn't know what to do. So we went to the store.
I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. So I went to the store. Well,
not when you feel out of control. Where you're like, bro, you sound. I don't even know what to do right now.
Yeah, especially in another country.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to do. So I went to the convenience store,
just
aka Nurse. So I bought this stuff called mineral oil. And she's like, only have 1 tablespoon. And I was like, fuck it. I'm drinking this shit. I was like, I can't shit. I haven't shit in 3 days.
Typical.
So, yeah, I started drinking it. Nothing happened until a day later. And then it just hit me like hot death. I hit like a sweat. It was horrible.
And it just came out like It was like thick. It was real hard at the end of it, but then it just like once that.
Dude, it was hard. Well,
opened
this is
the
what happened. I woke
floodgates.
up. I woke up in the middle of the night in a fetal position, thinking I was gonna die. I was just gonna give birth out my ass, and I was gonna give birth out my ass, which I did, and it was just horrible.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know what it was from. Probably from my body.
Not being used to different food or something.
Healthy food. The food out there is great. You know, the people out there are used to like the chicken tastes different. The people out there are used to really good food. They actually tried to put a McDonald's down there and it closed after a few months because the people rejected it. You know, they put it in a ghetto in Jamaica and the people wouldn't eat it because they thought the chicken was slimy.
Yeah, because they can cook their own shit locally.
Jamaicans are so clean, man. Every bathroom out there is like spotless. The cleanest people, Jamaicans.
I didn't
Shout
know
out
that.
to Jamaicans for being really clean.
That's awesome. Yeah, I went down there with like my parents. Cool story. Not that exciting. And so we were in Florida. You and I watched the Ravens game together. Before we did the 11.5 episode, we watched the Ravens game. I was pissed. They lost to Cincinnati the last game of the season. So it's Q's basketball season now. That's where we're at now. I mean, I guess there is there's more football games. Q's is looking real good. 18-0, undefeated.
But what's his name's going to be out for this season? He has to get surgery on his leg. The fat kid.
Yeah, DeJuan Coleman, the fat kid. He's so big.
He's so fat.
But you and I are going to go up to Q's. When was the last time you were up to Q's?
Years ago. We're going to go up there to watch the Duke game. Maybe we'll do a little episode from up there, a little orange
Yeah, might do
version.
a little stream, college. You don't tune into College Game Day to see Digger Phelps and Jay Billis. Tune into Mentals and Flip Game Day.
To see Jigga Delps and Grape
Jigga
Grillis.
Jelps and Quasi Shizzles. That's why we're going to go live. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Huge game. Duke versus Cuse at the Carrier Dome. First year in the ACC. It's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. Did you watch those football games yesterday? The AFC and the NFC Championship?
I did. I watched them with a special friend by the name of Fred Ball.
Is he ever going to be a guest on the show?
He is. Let's give him a call in a little bit and see if he's around. But yeah, I watched the game up at his apartment, and
You sent me a song he sang. He likes to freestyle songs, right?
yeah, he's great. He's great at singing songs. Maybe he'll sing one for us in a bit if we can get him on the phone.
That'd be awesome.
So that was good.
He's an interesting guy.
And then I watched the rest from my apartment. And one guy killed it.
Who, Richard Sherman? He killed it, right?
So wait, he got punched in the face that game, or it was another game?
Another game. He got punched in the face.
And why'd that guy punch him in the face? I don't get it.
I'm sure he was being a jerk. I was like, what are you going to do about it? He's like, I'm going to punch you in the face. He's like, do it. You punch him right in the face. It was so hilarious.
Let's see
He
if
talks a lot of shit. He's like, articulate, smart dude from Stanford and just like loves talking shit. There was another video. Did I send you one?
Let's see.
He tells
Hold on, let's see.
what's his name that he sucks at life. He told a reporter on ESPN that he sucks at life.
Try to call Fred. Let's see if Fred's around.
I don't know if that's coming
Hello.
through.
We are not available now.
We'll get him one day.
We'll get Fred.
Ball.
Fred is a legend.
So, yeah, they were really good games yesterday. They were really good games. Denver won. Seattle won. The top team in each division won. It'll be a good Super Bowl. I am excited to watch.
Should be good. A good Sunday, right?
Yeah, but that's
Talking of Sundays, not last Sunday that just passed yesterday, but the Sunday before, I went to go visit the Hillsong Church. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm not.
The Hillsong Church, Christian church. Well, it's not a place. It's they rent out halls because it's very musical. It's a Christian. They have a Christian rock band, and then they have a pastor. Forgot the guy's name.
Where is this? It's in Manhattan?
On 23rd and something. We went to go check it out.
How did you hear about this?
The pastor's coming on Layla's show. So we went to go see what it's about. And, the pastor got like tattoos all over, wears Jordans, real cool guy. And happens that...
You will join any religion if the spiritual leader wears Jordans.
Yeah. So it happens that the Knicks go there. So he has like J.R. Smith that goes there, Tyson Chandler, all these Knicks, they go there. And we got there. I was
wondering why you went to church.
And we got there, and I sat right next to Benno Udrih. I don't think you even know who that is.
No, I don't
Yeah,
even know
no one
who
knows
is.
who he is. He's like the 4-string point guard for the Knicks. But he's good.
Was he
I
there
ain't trying to hate.
He was
But
there praying for some playtime.
some playtime or something, and it was me, Layla, him, and his wife. We were just sitting next to each other, and they like kind of push like meet the person next to you. So
They
I'm
do
like,
that at church.
yeah. So it's like say hi to the person next. I'm like, hey Matt. And he's like Benno. I'm like, all right, hey. I know your
Right.
fucking name. And Layla didn't believe he was on the Knicks. I was like, that guy's on the Knicks. She's like, that guy is not on the Knicks. I was like, he's on the Knicks.
Or he's on like some regular person shit or some
He's not that
weird
tall. He's a white
European
dude,
shit.
white guy, not too tall. Doesn't look like a basketball player. Looks more like a hockey player, if anything. And
Benno Udrih? Where's
yeah.
that? What is that?
I think he's Turkish or Italian.
Somewhere on the Mediterranean.
Thanks to Field Jerky.
Once we
Field
do
trip.
that, we're going right into the next thing. No, that's you. That's your
That's
favorite.
me. I like the honey spice.
I like the original number 3. This is my favorite. It comes in a nice like brown bag. It's got a little see-through area so you can see it. His is a little wet. Mine's more of a dry rub. Actually, we tried that on an episode. Also sponsored by Field Beef Jerky.
Yeah, it's a little moist.
Look at all that. Just look at all that content. It's so good. This is not your truck stop jerky. This is your artisanal.
Talking of truck stops, guess what closed down and now is only a truck? It actually goes back into Jamaica. Yep.
Christie's?
Yep, closed down.
Where? It's not on Flatbush anymore?
Nah, you should talking to the mic.
I'm sorry. I don't want to chew too close to it. So I went.
Yeah, just chew into it. Chew
And
into
talk
it, man.
here.
Come on. Yeah, I guess they closed. I guess their rent maybe was too high to convert the sale of beef patties, and
We should go there.
they turned into a truck.
We should start a Kickstarter campaign.
You should
Donate
start
over $50 and you get like a beef patty or an oxtail soup.
for $50.
Just to keep it
Oxtail's
going.
fucking gross. People eat tails. That's disgusting. It's not cool.
You're missing out, people. Field Trip Beef Jerky. A lot of different locations in the city you can buy this, but you can buy online. It's like fieldtrip.com or just Google Field Trip.
Or Google beef jerky. I hope they come up.
I hope they do too. They should.
But I was actually in the same area where I got the beef patty from Christie's because they pulled it right in front of Barclay, and I had to go there last week
That's brilliant that they have a food truck.
because I got this stupid motorcycle ticket when I first got when I first got my bike. I didn't even do anything wrong. The guy said I made a legal turn. I didn't make a legal turn. I just stayed like in like when you take your motorcycle test and you go to the safety school, you're supposed to stay in a certain part of the lane, so you block it. I was staying in that part of the lane, and the cop was on that side, so he might have seen me like thinking I was in the middle or something like that. I didn't do anything wrong. Gave me a ticket, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna fight it." It says you don't have to pay it. You can fight it. So I hit. I mailed it back, and I checked. I'm not guilty. Let's go to court. Let's do it up. I'll go in there. I'll shave. I'll wear a suit. No rest. Put some product in my hair.
Nah, mop. Looks great, by the way.
Or some Prada in my hair. One of the two.
Put some Prada in your hair. Love your hair.
So they didn't get back to me for a few months, and then they said, we're going to push your court date back a year. It was great, so that I could try to forget about it. Year passed. I get another letter. Oh, we pushed your date back another year. I'm like, all right. I mean, this is when I first got my bike a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm like, whatever. And then I was like, oh shit, maybe I like forgot about it. Maybe I got the letter and I threw it out or something. Maybe I missed my court date. Maybe my license is suspended. And I was thinking about that a little bit in the back of my mind until I got a letter from the DMV saying that your license might be suspended. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I tried calling. You can't get in touch with no one. You go on the website, it sends you in circles. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go to DMV and bring a check, bring some cash. If I'm suspended, I'll pay it, whatever it is. Because the day after, I had to drive. So I had to borrow a car and drive out to Jersey to meet a client. So I wait in line an hour at the DMV. I think everyone smokes weed there because it stunk of weed. The whole DMV stunk of weed. Maybe someone was smoking in the back. Who knows? And it was 8 like registers, but there's only one person there. It was ridiculous. So I got there.
It's the worst place in the world.
Well, I waited in line for a whole hour to find out I'm in good standings, and my license wasn't suspended, and my court date got pushed back to next year. And the guy told me that it's probably going to get pushed back another 2 years because they're so backed up. I'm like, why don't people come into fucking work? You got 8 open desks, and
I made an illegal left turn in Brooklyn. I had to go to court in Brooklyn. It was a couple months later.
you can go to court wherever you go. You go to the court wherever.
But how come yours keeps getting pushed back?
I don't know.
I went to court. It was right.
Well, this is what I did too. When the cop pulled me over to write the ticket, he said, "Do you want to take your helmet off? It might take a little bit." I said, "No, thank you," and I closed it just so he doesn't recognize me when we actually go to court when the date was, because I thought he was going to be in a few months from there, but he's definitely not recognizing me.
No way.
You know?
You look different every couple months.
Like different every day.
Yeah. You switch it up. I went to court in Brooklyn for making an illegal left turn. I was the only one in there dressed nice. I was the only one in there in a suit. All these guys had earpieces on. And it says outside, you turn your cell phones off. Right? They're like, turn your cell phones off. So I'm like, why do these guys have it on? They're all like cab drivers. They're all the whole place was so many different ethnicities. But they would bring these guys up, and a lot of them are cab drivers, so they're like African, they're Arab, they're all these different types of guys. There's so many Indians, so many types of guys. And they'd be like, okay, you were using your cell phone. All of them were there for using their cell phones while driving, and they go, no, and they would show their earpiece. They go, Bluetooth. It's like, you could have bought that today or any day in the last couple months since you got your ticket. Like,
What about that one
wearing
guy?
an earpiece into court is not going to show the judge that you weren't on your phone whatever fucking day that was. No, Bluetooth.
Talking of driving and being on your phone, there was a guy, I don't know what state he's from, somewhere in Middle America. He posted it online. This guy made iPhone cookies that look just like iPhones.
I saw that.
So when we'll have to post it up so you can check it out. They look just like iPhones. They look delicious. And he would just hold it up and drive past the cop, and the cop pull him over, and he's like, "You on your phone?" He's like, "Nah, I'm eating a cookie." He's like, "You want a cookie?" Yeah, amazing. He's like, "Oh, you want a cookie?" And, I don't know if he got the ticket or not. He could be like, "I don't even have an iPhone. I have a Droid, or a flip phone. You just fucking flip it on that motherfucker. It's awesome."
Yeah.
I would do that all day.
I have to check that out.
But yeah,
The DMV sucks. I'm going to have to go there.
it sucks. They would be able to get so much more money if they had all 8 people in there, because they would be able to get the people to pay the tickets quicker. They would make 8 times as much money.
But they have to pay those people to work.
Who cares? There's so many people in fucking line. What is it? $100 a ticket?
It's the most miserable
Thousands of
shit.
dollars.
It's the most miserable shit. It's so crazy there. I gotta go there, I think, and I'll get my get a new ID.
You saw the new ID, by the way? Mm-hmm. Did you see the new ID?
No.
It's fucking sick. We should talk about the new. Wait.
Oh, your wallet's all the way over there. Are we gonna eat this whole thing of beef jerky right now?
Maybe. It's up to Jess.
It's up to my wife.
So this is the new ID. It's clear. Just put this on your face. But this is the new ID.
Oh wow, that's a cool ID.
It's clear on the right.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't fake that.
You can't fake
You
this.
can't make a fake one of those. See, look. See that?
Oh, that was really cool how you did that. You put my face
Yeah.
near your face. So you look totally different here.
I know.
Short hair, fat face.
Yeah.
I know this guy. Who you been? Who you been, guy? So funny. Cool, because I never had a New York ID, so I'm gonna need to get one soon. Good story, right?
If you like it.
So what else? What else we got? Field beef jerky. It's delicious. We don't have any viewer emails this week. We actually do. We don't have enough time for them. We're going to one of our next segments called Flips, Films, and Mentals Movies.
Mental's memories.
What's you see a good movie lately? See any movies lately? Even if they weren't good?
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's what I saw. There's this theater.
Dude was blowing coke in his chick's asshole. I never even heard of that. You see that part?
He was literally blowing
coke
not
in
like snorting coke.
No, he was blowing,
blowing
yeah.
it into her butthole,
Yeah.
like to get her high on coke.
Something. I never even heard of that.
Because that's.
Didn't you tell me there was like kids in like Maryland like pouring vodka on their asses or something
Rutgers.
like that? Or Rutgers. What was the
They
story
would pour
behind that?
vodka in their asshole because your anus is like the thinnest membrane to your bloodstream. So like a lot of people do stuff through their asshole so it gets to the bloodstream quicker.
It's horrible.
As opposed to drinking, snorting.
Just take a fucking shot, man.
Like instead of intravenously like through your arm, it goes right to your little right through your little butthole.
That's horrible. That's the worst thing. I would never pour vodka in my asshole. That's horrible.
Of all the things you've done, you've never
I
poured
would
vodka in your
never
butthole.
fucking do that. That's horrible. So kids
Not
could get
good.
blood alcohol poison. Like you could hold the kid down and just keep pouring vodka on him, and he would like black out.
Damn.
You can't. You got to pour it like in it, or you can just pour it on him.
I think you got to really like plug that butthole. Like,
Oh,
you got to
it's
really
disgusting.
like jam it in there. You know. I saw Wolf of Wall Street too. It was a lot of fun. It was like Wall Street Goodfellas. It even had like the first person like narration.
I like how that guy continued to just get money no matter what. Like he sold his story at the end. They made a movie. He just keeps getting money. He's awesome.
He's awesome. How do you like not take the easy way out and not go to jail? What a crazy person.
Jonah Hill killed it.
Jonah Hill was great in it. It was great. It was a really fun movie. I saw it at a movie theater. It was 84th.
Is he on his way of becoming an actor's actor? Because he
But-
plays the same fat kid that tries to be serious.
This
and
was a
funny.
totally different role than he had ever played. It was very different than what he had ever played.
It was good. Well,
I
now
think- I don't think he's an actor's actor. I think he's on his way to becoming almost like a legit actor because he stars opposite.
oh,
Major
I know
people.
a sick movie I saw. It's called Prescribed.
Never seen it.
Fucking awesome. To tell about it, I'm just gonna have to blow the whole thing. I don't give a fuck. So
Is it a new movie?
I don't think so, but I don't think a lot of people saw it. But if not, go watch it on Netflix now because
it a
I'm about to tell
documentary?
you what's going on. No, it's a movie. Jude Law's in it, and it's about Jude Law is a therapist, psychologist, whatever it is, whatever those people are that prescribe people Xanax.
Psychologist, psychiatrist.
Whatever, shrink. So he's a shrink, and he ends up getting this new patient, this girl who's like tried killing herself, and like her situation's really bad. Her husband just got out of jail, and he was in jail for insider trading. So the girl tried killing herself. She rode a car into a wall, and you know he knows like something's really funny about her. So he's like, oh, maybe you should prescribe her some medication. He also took this recent job of being consultant for a new like Xanax kind of drug. So what they do is they just test it out on their patients. They get paid like $50,000 a month to just try it out on
money.
5 of their patients and have 5 of their patients take it and just write down what happens, no matter what happens. It's not even FDA approved. So he gave her the medication, and after like 2 weeks, she killed her husband with a knife, who was Channing Tatum, which was actually pretty cool to see the guy get killed with a knife.
I would like to see Channing Tatum get
The
killed.
guy sucks. Not even an actor. But anyway, so she kills him,
I'd agree.
and now she goes to jail, and she's like, I don't remember what happened, and she like basically pleads that she's insane. So Jude Law is like, something's up. That wouldn't make you do that. This wouldn't make you sleepwalk or whatever. He's like, this would cause other things, but not that. So he thinks maybe she's lying and she maybe plotted in some sort of way to like kill him, but he had no money, so he's trying to figure out what was really happening. So
should I see this movie and you not tell me? I mean, you're going into this.
I'm gonna tell what's going on.
You
Too late.
love telling.
I love blowing the load. Yeah. So this is what happens. So he knows something's up, especially to this one point. He
jam my knee.
he hooks up to an IV and he's like, I'm gonna give you this truth serum. And she's like, what's gonna happen? He's like, well, I want to ask you a few questions on it. I don't want to try to interrogate you, but I just want to see where your mind is so I can help you out so we can go to court and plead, your mental. So he injects the serum into her and she starts talking. He asks her questions and then she goes, I'm getting tired, and she falls asleep. So she's like,
your girlfriend made a good point.
to what?
That she wasn't getting high off it. The girl was getting her butthole numbed. Like it was getting numbed so he could really rail it.
That's Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Let's get back to.
That's why he was blowing cocaine in it, to numb it.
Who cares?
In the
Whatever
moment,
you
I'm
gotta
like,
do.
oh, she's getting fucked up, but
Yeah,
they
he
do
was-
that too. Girls, they they get that shit numbed, so
So this is what happens. So he hooks her up to the truth serum.
Oh, the movie's called Side Effect, not Prescribe.
It's called Prescribe. It's not Side Effect. I'm telling you, it's called Prescribe. I'm telling
Okay.
you.
Okay,
Side
fine.
Effects, that movie with Ashton Kutcher. That's another movie. It's wrong. So listen what I gotta say. So
All
listen.
right, I'm listening.
Getting
I'm just
distracted.
laughing.
Look at me, son.
I'm allowed to.
Look-
I'm
just
allowed
look,
to
look.
look at the fucking chat, but we have a chat box.
Fuck the chat box. So this is what happens. All right? I'm gonna ruin this movie ending right now if you like it or
All right,
not.
ruin the movie.
So he hooks her up to the truth serum.
True serum.
She answers like 2 questions and she just falls asleep. And now he's like, what the fuck? He's like, that's crazy. Because what happens is he only injected her with some saline and salt water, so nothing would even happen, and she faked it. So he went back to one of his colleagues and was like, look what happened. He's like, that case is over. It's done with. Just walk away. Happens that she and her old therapist, who's Catherine Zeta-Jones, with a little lesbian action in there, she becomes a lesbian with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
This is a total curveball.
This
When
is
did that
good
play
shit.
into the movie?
It didn't. But just
But just
listen.
at the very end, it does.
Just listen. It gets into some lesbian shit. So she got Catherine Zeta-Jones. She taught her, since her husband was in the stock market, how to buy into new companies. So what they did is she bought into the new company before, when it started, when it was at a low, and then it went up crazy because it was all over the news that the girl took this.
Yeah.
So then she pulled out and sold her stock, and it hit millions and millions of dollars, and she was going to get off the case, and they were going to run off and make lesbian love and be loaded.
Lesbian Love and Be Loaded.
yeah.
That's what the movie
So
should have been
that's
called.
but then he flips the script on her because he ends up getting Catherine Zeta-Jones in trouble, and then he goes to the girl and he basically says, all right, we'll get you out of jail, but you have to take this and this medication, or else we won't be able to get you out. So they say, we're going to drug test you. Basically what happens, she becomes a mental patient at the end. She's guilty, and she has to take all those medications that she wasn't taking. So she
it drives her crazy.
She becomes prescribed. That's why it's called prescribed, not side effect.
Oh.
You get me?
So that sounds good. I haven't seen Soulja Boy. The movie is better. Have you seen that?
Yeah, we actually watched that this weekend too.
Soulja Boy?
Boy is fucking brilliant.
Is that who's in that movie?
No, but we watched a movie on Soulja Boy. It's a document. He's brilliant. He's the first rapper to actually utilize the internet. Because he was the first one to be like, hit me up at myspace.com/Soulja Boy. Because that's what they were all doing at that one point. He was the first one.
Oh, really?
And that's how he gained. Because I remember in college, you showed me that shit. You're like, look at this stupid dance. And he had a dance with the song.
Yeah.
And we
So
watched
that's
it on
what
YouTube.
Soulja Boy's about? It's a
YouTube.
documentary on that?
It's awesome. You should watch it.
Oh, well, I'll check that out. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen anything Wolf of Wall Street, and I saw it. I already forgot what this flavor was called.
It's
some Indian spice. Shout out to Fika, who's also sponsors the show. Fika, shout out to them. I forgot, it's some spice, Indian spice that starts with a C. Who's Lee Eric?
That's my friend.
Any good?
He's a good friend.
No, not your friend, the chocolate.
Chocolate was okay. I think it was the worst one that we've ever gotten, but thank you anyway. Because we don't pay for it.
It's the worst. Hey, thanks to our sponsor Fika for the worst chocolate ever. I think it's pretty good. I'm not a big Indian food guy. I don't know. You eat Indian food?
Oh, I love Indian food.
You love Indian food?
Yeah, spicy, good food.
That got me right. Soup, beef jerky, chocolate. This has been a great episode. The audience probably didn't like it, but we had a good time.
Yeah. What else?
I guess what else? We'll do a little current events. This segment's called Current Event. It's current events with mentals, so it's called
Current Eventals.
Current Eventals. Beep, 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 beep. So we'll wrap up the show after that. And I kind of wrote this last week. Bridgegate. Did you hear about Bridgegate?
Nope.
So
Sounds sick. It sounds like a techno club in Berlin.
Bridgegate. Come to Bridgegate.
Bridgegate.
Unz, unz.
Bring your inbred brother.
Bring your inmate brother. That's who I can see. That's what you bring to Bridgegate.
Yeah, your inbred brother.
So, whenever something happens that's a scandal in this country, they add gate to the end of it because of the Watergate scandal. Watergate was
So
the
they
name
add
of the
gate to
hotel.
every scandal?
Well, like Watergate was the name of the scandal when Richard Nixon. What I can't even. It was at the.
I remember. I saw
found
Forrest
all those
Gump.
files. Exactly, they
Yeah.
found all those files in the Watergate hotel. So it was the Watergate scandal, but because that was like branded scandals for so long that whenever something is a scandal, they just add gate to the end of it.
Okay,
Like,
so what's this?
so Bridgegate.
What's Bridgegate?
So, Governor Chris Christie did not have the support of the mayor of Fort Lee, right? In his campaign, in his re-election this
Okay,
year.
so-
he didn't get support from him. So he blocked a lane of the GW Bridge that came from Fort Lee, because Fort Lee is right on the other side of the GW Bridge. So people from Fort Lee, it took them like even longer to get to work in the city.
I think that's a strong move for someone that wants to run for president of the United States.
That's a strong move.
Yeah, because he's saying, like, you're going to fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. And that's the kind of president this country might need.
But it also shows that he's petty.
What do you mean, petty?
Like, this guy didn't vote for him, so he's like, well, I'm going to make your life uncomfortable. It's like, these people work,
that's-
they take the bridge. They, like...
So what, Justin Vargas is going to cross the tattoo off? Shout out to Justin Vargas, he got a Fort Lee tattoo.
Shout out to Justin Vargas, he does have a Fort Lee tattoo. So,
I think it's a good move.
You think that's a good move to block it?
I
You
mean-
didn't hear that this happened?
No. I think that I think it might have been a bit just to show the people that he's serious. So if you're another country and you don't want to, you don't want to deal with us, then we're gonna block your fucking street.
Yeah.
We're gonna cross your street out. We're gonna cross your tattoo out.
So you think this was a play on his part,
It might have been.
and it'll be because it's getting a lot of bad press now.
I might vote for this dude. I never voted, but I might. This might be the first president I might vote for.
Yeah?
This guy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that he's a Republican, and I don't know who the Democrats, are going to put up. Maybe like Hillary Clinton or something.
She would probably win.
Well, yeah, but he's very likable too.
He's
got
likable.
a lot
Yeah,
of
that would be a good battle. That would
He's
be
a
a
very-
good finals.
because he's like it's a good finals.
That's a good finals right
It's a
there.
good finals.
Yeah, that's the finals. It should be like a bracket. They should have more people running. And then, like, there's like whatever. It's like 4-4. It's like a playoffs.
Well, that's what they do. They have the primary,
But they should make it like the playoffs. They should do like a bracket, just fucking run it up. That would be awesome. Make it more entertaining.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Because those speeches are bullshit. Nothing ever happens in them. But people are like, oh my god, that was awesome. Like he did something like really amazing. It was a speech that's probably not even gonna happen.
Right.
It's like, wow, his speaking's great.
Speaking's
Good
great.
good debating.
That's politics, man. That is. It's a lot of talk, a lot of bark and no bite. He's done. Abuse of power.
You think so she's saying she's...
So that's what Layla's saying. CB. That's what I'm saying. It's like how could you do that as something, you're just going to cause traffic for people? So that's how most people are seeing it now.
So
I wanted your take on it because
that was my take. So that was a scandal?
So that was a scandal. Yeah, because people were like, why is this bridge closed? And then they like found emails from like someone who worked for him between the two of them, like lock the bridge down.
I don't think that qualifies as a scandal. It's not scandalous. It's not
what
like
a scandal for you is like getting your dick sucked in the Oval Office.
Yeah, that's a scandal. That's definitely a scandal.
Yeah,
closing some street down, man. Come on.
It's petty. But the fact that someone who is the governor would do that and spend money, taxpayers' money for that shit, it's like excessive, shallow.
It is what it is.
Abuse of power.
What else? What else went down in current events?
That was the main story. Not much this week. That was like last week's like big story. I think he also like misappropriated funds. He like took Sandy relief funds and used it for something else. I don't know.
But he did a lot for Sandy, I think, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Maybe it's another. That would be a scandal.
That would be a scandal if he used millions of dollars
scandal.
for like his campaign or some shit. So we'll see. Because he had a good shot of getting the Republican nomination, but who knows now? But I always want to hear from you, your take on things, because you're thinking what no one else is thinking, and that's special. It's a special thing. Today's Martin Luther King Day. That's really what we'll wrap it up on. Did you have a nice Martin Luther King Day?
I did. I went to the Knicks game, the Knicks Nets at Madison Square Garden with my homie Fish. Thank you, Fish. That was a great time.
Shout out to Andrew Fish.
Andrew Fish. He used to have some nice long hair.
He did. He did Pica what? Everybody in Pica
hair.
At one point or another had long
and it's also Black History Month too. Shout out to Black History. That's next month.
Next month is Black History Month. But
you want to hear a funny story?
You want to hear a funny story?
You
know what it is because all the Black History sneakers are coming out.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I know. Because all these purple sneakers coming out.
Because all the versions, the Black History Month versions of all the famous basketball players' sneakers.
So I remember when I was in the 7th grade, and this was like, you could say it was fucked up or whatever. I thought it's kind of funny. But I remember like the 7th grade, it was an assembly. So I guess it's kind of a little racist, but I don't mean no harm. It's a story of what happened.
And plus, this was you.
I had nothing to do with this.
Ignorant little boy.
I had nothing to do with this. I'm telling you what happened.
Okay.
I just watched this.
So
it was Black History Month, and we had there was like a show, it was an assembly, so everyone came down.
This is your middle school.
My middle school.
You were 7 years old or 7th grade?
Seventh grade. My middle school. And it was like a mixed school,
Right.
My middle school was mixed. It was
as opposed to your high school, which was
all
black.
All black and Hispanic.
Right.
So it was Black History Month, and they had like some show, whatever, and this one kid gets up. This one Italian kid gets up, and he goes, why isn't there a White History Month? And some other black kid gets up. He goes, because you get the other 11 fucking months. It's so funny.
It's racist of the Italian.
Everyone was
absolutely hilarious.
It's a funny story. Everyone was laughing.
Absolutely hilarious.
It was a good bit. Everyone was.
I don't know why they gave why February is Black History.
There's got to be some historic.
I don't know why it is.
I think it should be Martin Luther King, this month, if anything.
Should be, right? If it's the Martin Luther King Day. But yeah, great man. I always read a little article or something on him, read a little history. But glad you had a good day. It's great seeing you. And we'll put something together for next week.
Yeah, we'll get a bunch of events, a lot more stuff.
We'll get some emails. We'll do more current eventals, Flips Films and Mentals movies. We might have to actively go see movies, not just. Well, you are very good about it. I'm like, maybe I saw a movie.
Yeah.
I want to see a lot of these. I've been watching the Golden Globes and the Screen Actors Guild Awards. I gotta see some of these movies.
Yeah.
A lot of winners out there.
Luckily enough, my roommate is in the Actors Guild, and
She's in the Actors Guild.
I mean,
Producers Guild.
Producers Guild. No,
The Directors Guild.
Writers.
The Writers
Writers.
Guild. She's in the Writers Guild.
Writers, I think. Yeah, the Writers Guild.
That's great. That's really great. So she voted. Did the people she voted for win?
I don't know. I just know we get tons
Shout out
of,
to Layla.
tons of movies, and if you want to
Thank you
watch,
for
you could
chatting
come
with
over.
us.
We can't lend them, but you could watch if you want to come over.
Yeah, I'm not expecting you to lend me them, but I am expecting an invite.
Yeah,
I am
well, come
expecting
over.
a movie night. I will bring my pregnant wife over.
We could set her down.
We could
Put
just
some
pop her
pillows
down.
and shit around there.
Pat her up with some bubble wrap.
Give her some warm milk.
a nice warm.
Is that
nice-
good? Isn't that what they drink, pregnant women? Warm milk, right?
They drink milk.
Warm milk.
You want to
no?
know what's weird? I had warm milk today. Who drinks warm milk? I had warm milk.
Pregnant women,
today.
babies, and cats.
It was so good.
Are you practicing?
No,
You ever drink your wife's milk?
I've never drank it. Well, she's not lactating yet, and when she does,
Are you gonna try it?
I'm not. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I will do it if you want me to.
I want you to do it on the show. I want you to bring a shot glass of your wife's milk and try it on the show.
Maybe we'll do that. For comedy and webcast purposes, I would do it. But I have absolutely no interest in doing it.
This
I know
is
people
awesome.
don't. Are you excited now?
I can't wait.
Yeah, we gotta have good bits like that. We
That's
gotta have
awesome.
Good bits.
Bring some breast milk.
We'll read some viewer emails next week. It's good to be back. 2014. It's gonna be a really good year.
Good year for the show. Good year for field trip.
Field trip. Thank you again
Thank you.
for the shirts and for the beef jerky. It was such a fresh batch. Didn't you think it was a fresh batch?
I think it was just cut.
It was just like a fresh cut. Sometimes I get them at the store and it's good, but that just tasted so fresh. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks, Layla, for chatting. Invite me over for movie night, and we'll see you next week. Maybe we'll get
Cool.
to talk about Tom Waits next week. Maybe not.